The following podcast is a Dear Media production.
Jackson.
God, hi. This is my first podcast, so this is new.
I mean, it's just like we're going to chat, you know? We want to know about you. We want to hear about you. When I tell you, like, when you posted that thing yesterday, the amount of like, oh my God, like,
yeah,
people are you're really hot right now. So we're going to just talk about that. But I'm chill. Like, we're chill. And I'm honored that I'm your first podcast.
I'm honored. This is so fun. I listened to a few of them. They're so good.
Oh, you did? Which ones did you listen to?
I listened to Kourtney Kardashian. That was so fun. I was like entranced.
By Kourtney?
Yeah, because I was watching their show, and I like reality TV a lot. So I watch like Love Island.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, see, this is the kind of shit we love.
Okay.
Hold up. You watch Love Island. Like, watch the latest season with Davide and Ekin-Su, everything? Or American?
Oh, yeah. No. Davide and Ekin-Su. We're talking Gemma and Luca. We're talking. Yeah, no, I've seen the whole thing.
Who'd you ship? Who'd you love?
Shit. I don't love. I mean, they're also triggering. And then, I love Dami.
Are him and India still together? I feel like I haven't followed up.
I don't remember the end.
You don't remember, or did you not finish it?
I didn't finish it. That was a lie. I didn't get to the end. But it's hard. I watched 60 episodes and then I didn't, and I still didn't make it to the end.
I did too. I think what I understood is the last week gets boring because they're all in their like lovey-dovey phase, and we love it when it's more dramatic.
I hated when everything was good. And they're like, my head won't turn. Like, my head's like, it can't turn. And I was like, that's not fun for me anymore. I want like the new hot guy who's like 6'9" to come in again.
You need the bombshells entering the villa.
Yeah, the bombshells entering the villa. Except the host, that guy, or the the narrator. I know the host is a woman, but the guy.
Oh, you know they're together in real life.
Stop. You mean the guy who does the voiceover?
Yes, Ian something, and the woman who left. And Ekin-Su is supposed to replace her. See, this is what I live for. Ekin-Su is supposed to replace her, and then Ekin-Su didn't take the job, apparently.
What?
So the job is open. Also, did you know it's a very like kind of spooky thing? Like, people have committed suicide from that show. It's like it has a whole.
Yeah, there's a lore to. I did hear something about that because they were allowed to drink more, right? There was like they were allowed to.
They drink non-alcoholic Prosecco.
Oh, in this season, you mean?
When they're like Prosecco, it's non-alcoholic.
Oh, wow. But in the years past, they were allowed to drink more, right?
Yes, right.
I'm sure shit got so much crazy.
Wait, did you watch season 3 and 5? I heard those are the best.
No, never. This is my first season of Love Island, and I could not stop.
It was my first season too.
Okay, yeah.
Meant to be. You know what you should do? I have an idea for a podcast for Jackson White.
Oh, tell me.
You're going to do a Love Island rewatch podcast.
Does that mean I have to rewatch the whole?
Yeah, and you're going to recap it.
Do you know how I got ready today?
How?
I woke up. Well, first of all, I was up until like 3 a.m. Because I'm watching The Watcher.
Me too. Okay, are we the same I don't want to, like, are we the same? Are you, you're watching The Watcher? What episode are you on?
I just finished 4.
Do you live alone?
Yeah, I live alone.
Did it scare you?
No, I have a little dog. I have a little terrier. But no, it's not scary to me. It's anxious. It's like I'm my heart's beating really fast.
Wait, did you read the true story yet? Because I'm like holding out on it.
No, I have not read anything on it. I haven't looked at it. I'm just binging it. That's all I'm doing.
So I'm watching it too now, and I'm holding out to read the true story because it's based on a true story in a true house, whatever. But okay, so you went to sleep at 3 a.m. And just to start off, this is after you ruined my surprise that you're on my podcast.
I thought it was fun. I didn't know I thought it would be a fun little drop.
No, I
And
love it. You actually like, I don't know why I feel the need to be like secretive and be like, here, but that made it more fun because I usually like to surprise, but people like I got your story sent to me by so many people. Like I said, girls are, already changing their underpants, like getting a new whatever. But what the fuck were you doing with that salt? And where were you?
I was at the Rainbow Room, and my dad, when I was a kid, my dad used to like tilt a salt and make it float there.
How?
Because if you put the salt, if you jam the salt together and make it like a wedge, then you can balance the salt, and then you look like you're magic or something.
Wait, you have to pour salt on the table and
Yeah, you have to pour salt, which apparently is really bad luck.
and also like annoying for whoever cleans after you.
Yeah, the waiter was like, "Oh, like, hey,
Cool.
that's really cool. It looks like magic." No, but I just did it, and then I bounced it, and I was like, I don't know, show a little weird thing. I'm so weird on the internet because I'm just still getting used to the promotional shit. So I'm still so odd on my stories and I mean that's kind of who I am, but
Yeah.
I'm also just having so much fun just figuring that shit out. It is wild.
What were you doing before? Were you posting anything? Like what kind of social media dude were you like?
I do it like if I have a show out, I'll post and I'll be more engaged. And then when I'm not doing that, or if I'm working, the app is deleted and I can't even touch it. Like it's so distracting for me, and I don't even.
So are you more of a lurker on other people's accounts rather than like a poster?
No, I don't lurk a lot. But I do like the validation of posting and getting all the likes and the comments. It's really nice. It's like actually like a boost.
Yeah, you get like kind of you get kind of like really into it. Do you have a Finsta that's not public?
Oh my God, that's so funny though. I want one. I might make one for my dog and then transfer that into a Finsta situation.
But then like crazy fans will find out. Like you have to be more suave than that.
Right. But here's the thing about me, like my regular shit is gonna be my Finsta. Like I'll post the weird stuff on the mainstream thing.
Right. You're not like the Kardashians where you're like, airbrushing your photos,
No, like it's gonna be like a weird video of me in the car, like yelling at traffic, and that's gonna be on the main thing.
On the main feed.
Yeah.
But then you posted the salt thing, and then you were like on Twitter. You were going into a Twitter spiral, which I heard, by the way, that Twitter is the meanest social media, by the way.
So don't, if any of you have a TV show out, don't do that. It's not good.
Wait, did you look up the hashtag?
No. People send me like a nice tweet, but this is the problem. They'll send me a nice tweet,
and then
I'm like, oh, click, and then you're on it, and then you're live, and then you're in the shark's nest.
Yes.
And then you go, and then you just keep scrolling through the hashtag, and then they just get gradually more fucked up, and then they're like, oh my God, this show is so addicting. Oh my God, we love it. Like Stephen, oh my God. And then it's like, fuck him. And then it's like, fuck him and Lucy. And then it's like, fuck the actor behind the guy. Like then it starts to get so personal. And then you're lying in bed and it's 2 a.m. and you're watching The Watcher and you're scrolling through and you're like, oh my God, like my self-esteem is just plummeting. And then I just started posting about it, and then I felt fine. I don't know. The internet is scary.
Did you get so many like, no, you're amazing and hot DMs after?
I didn't even check. I just posted it and let it go into the ether.
You guys, I also have to note that that Jackson has is that a cigarette behind your ear?
Oh yeah, because it's too early to smoke. And I also if I smoke, I'm nervous. I'm nervous to be on my first podcast.
Oh, you're so cute.
Well, you're so friendly right off the bat. Like we could just chat. But I was definitely thinking like maybe I'll just have a smoke, handle the nerves. But then I feel like I'll get weirder if I if I do that. So I'm just
Like it's a cigarette though. Yeah.
No, I don't smoke weed. This is just a.
We love cigarettes on my account. We promote it. We think it's hot.
I like that. I like sigfluencers.
I know. Such a
Yeah.
good idea. I'm like, what a genius account. And
Oh,
I concur with their posts.
We're plugging smoking right now. This is fucked up.
Okay, we're not doing that. But see, he doesn't smoke in the EM and the AM, so it's not like he's a hardcore smoker.
No. I gotta have something to eat and a coffee and a phone call first, and then I can, make my way into it.
So you don't smoke weed. Are you like a partier? Do you go out a lot?
No, I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke weed. I don't do anything.
Like ever?
Nope.
Like never have or have and like is sober now?
I've done plenty, and I've had just about enough. So
Really?
I don't do anything anymore.
How's that?
It's fucking amazing.
Really?
Yeah, I have a real life.
Wow.
I have a real life now, and I didn't have that before, and I didn't have. I'm a very extreme person. Yeah,
You're 26, right?
I'm 26.
You're so young, but I feel like your vibe is more mature. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Do you get that?
Yeah, I think I've definitely not fit in with my age range since I was a kid. I've always felt a little bit older.
Do you think that has to do with your parents? Your parents, for people that don't know, Katey Sagal, I mean, iconic, and Jack White. And do you think it has to do with that, like growing up kind of with two parents in the industry and maybe going to events young, and maybe you were like Drew Barrymore?
It could be. It was. I grew up fast, but I definitely know that I had. I have like older parents. I think that's part of it, and I don't know why, but I've just always felt like I need to hang out with people 5 years older, and then sometimes, and now it's like I need to hang out with people 10 years older, and I don't know. I don't. But then at the same time, I'm kind of like an idiot goofball too.
Right.
So I can hang out, like I feel like I'm 35, and then I feel like I'm like 14. So I got a lot of that weirdness going on. I don't know.
Well, it's nice that you have a mix. I feel like it makes a person unique.
Yeah, I think so. My parents were so mature and well, of course they were old, but they were like they had such good boundaries with, like, my mom especially had such good boundaries with me, and was so um she had a huge career, but she was also, and then she would separate that from family, and everything was so organized and taken care of. And I feel like I was just like shown how to be an adult very early. I think that was what I saw her just manage her life in a really structured way. And then I fell in love with the idea of having a really structured life and a really, like, uh, organized career, family, all that stuff. And then my nature as a person, like my brain chemistry wants me to be like a little crazy, a little bit like all over the place. So I kind of balance those two things. Like I'm kind of a nutcase, and then I'm like a put together like 40-year-old. It's so weird.
Wait, so did your mom support you going into this industry? I know that you started as a musician, but that's still like kind of in it. Or was she like, stay away, be a.
She loved, I mean, she wanted us to do, like, my sister is an actor and a musician too. She wanted us to do like school plays, not auditions, like do the kid version of that now. And then when you get to be 18, you can do the adult version.
And is that what happened?
Yeah, she didn't let us do anything professional till we were legal.
Oh, wow. And do you think that looking back that was a good choice?
I used to be resentful because I wanted to be one of the Disney kids who like, was on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and then now he's in giant movies. That sounded like I was talking about that specific person, but
Yeah.
Someone who's like on Nickelodeon, and then all of a sudden, their careers, they just have a head start. And I used to be really jealous of that. Now I'm like, okay, no, I'm glad I have a real upbringing, a real high school time, a real go at it. And now
And I don't know if you could have played Stephen if you were in The Sweet Life,
yeah, I couldn't. No, I needed some darkness.
I know. You knew you wanted to be in this world.
Yeah.
Was there, and you said like you like the likes and the love, and it's in little ego boost. But now that you're kind of really seeing what the fame side of it, like, do you feel like, is the fame side of it a positive to doing your craft, or like more of a negative? How are you feeling so far with it?
First of all, it's really nice because I wouldn't call it fame. I think it's a nice recognition. It's a sturdy recognition of what we made. I think the show is so detailed and good that I'm just happy people are watching it. But I feel like it's normal to me. I feel like I'm just remembering like my mom being on TMZ when I was a kid, and I was like outside of a restaurant with her, and I just saw her getting interviewed by TMZ, and I was like, oh, that's cool. She was so normal about it. She was always so like, hey guys, what's going on? What's happening? And I think it really just normalized it, and I don't really have like a different feeling. I think it's just so normal. Like people are so excited about the show, and they come up to me and they say like, oh my God, and they just really want to talk about it. They don't want to like just say like, hey, cool show. They really want to dive into it about the characters, and it's so people are taking it so personally, and they just want
I think it's very, it brings people back to their own experiences.
yeah, and people really want to talk and reflect. I think it's really hitting a chord.
Yeah. So the other thing that hit a chord, obviously, is that everybody is obsessing about whether you and Lucy are together IRL.
IRL.
Yeah. It's in real life.
Right.
No, I know you know.
No, I'm learning. I'm seeing the terms now.
Okay. So everybody's wondering. I know you guys haven't confirmed or denied, but you've done a photo shoot. You were in Flaunt magazine. You were at the Ralph Lauren show.
Yeah.
You've been around.
I have such a crush on her. I hope so. I hope that happens.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, we our lives are built in together. It's great. We have so much to do together.
And you have so much chemistry on screen that it's legit uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Because you're like, are you really doing it?
I know. Well, it's fucking wild. I mean, that is the closest two people can be in a movie or a TV show. That's insane. I mean, that just you never know what that's like, and then it's so weird. It's so intimate, and you're just meeting these people, and you have to be. It's just the weirdest job.
And you had to be intimate with so many people too.
Yeah. So the bottom line is Lucy Grace is her real name.
Right. Oh my God. See, I'm still on the fucking show. GVP, fucking love those initials. Super jealous of them.
GV fucking P. I'm sorry, but can we just talk about that for a second?
No, it's not fair. Even the initials aren't fair.
It's insane. I mean, it's crazy. And she's the fucking coolest, most grounded, amazing person IRL that you'll ever meet. And it's crazy. I mean, she was the fearless leader on our show. And
you just met there for the first time.
Yeah, we met getting ready for the show.
Mm-hmm.
And she's 25 years old, and she runs a set like she's been doing this for fucking 30 years.
Wow.
She's so consistent and grounded and fucking good at this. And we just kind of, I felt like I just followed her lead because I'm like, and I'm not evading your question. I'm just kind of talking more about it. Like Stephen is so, he's so intense. He's so manipulative. He's so crazy at times that I had a hard time being that guy. And then they yell cut, and then I have to be myself. That was really hard for me. And Grace was so good at compartmentalizing the character and then herself, and she just had both of that going on. And I just tried to follow that as much as I could. But no, she's the best. I have a huge crush on her. That's what I'll tell you. And I don't know if that's answering your question, but I'm obsessed with her because she's fucking amazing.
That's amazing. I mean, we said it, like talented, gorgeous, and has really great initials.
And has
you have a really hot name too, though. I feel like your name, like you didn't have to change it to be more Hollywood. Like it is a really good name.
Yeah, thank you. My middle name is James, and I always wanted to do Jackson James. I thought that was a.
I feel like it all works. Jackson James, James White, Jackson. It's all good.
White James.
No, that doesn't work.
You can't do that.
You can't do that one. Okay, I want to talk about the show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the audition process, you get this script, or however it works. You're auditioning for Stephen. You see it. What are you feeling? Like it's different than the roles you've done before.
Yeah. Well, it's different because he's literally saying more things. He's really just speaking more. He's a very intelligent guy. I did another show called Miss Fletcher, and I played like a really kind of a bonehead guy. And this was so funny because it was like this kid's a pre-law, and he's so calculative and smart, and he says what he means, and that was so fun. So I read that and I was like, oh shit, this would be so fun. And I don't know if this is like a weird thing to say, and it might sound like I'm super basic, but I love like the Iron Man movies, and I loved what Robert Downey Jr. was doing in that first Iron Man. Like I love that he was so like dry and smart and quick, and I was like, oh, that would be fun if I tried some of that. So I like I didn't like watch it and then do it, but I had that in my brain of that kind of a guy.
Right. I'm picturing it now because he has moments where he's like making fun of people kind of to their face, but they don't get it because he's like doing it in such a like, right.
Yeah, he's like completely blank.
He's like, yeah, like vibes.
Yeah, totally vibes. And I don't know. I thought, so I did like my version. I think the way not to get too like actor studio now, but I think I take things on from movies and TV, and then I internalize them, and I don't even realize, and I have them, and it's totally subconscious. But then I'll do a tape or a thing, and I'll look back and I'll be like, oh, I'm ripping this. So
wait, ripping is good, right?
Ripping is good. Yes, steal like an artist. That's the phrase. Like just take what you like and use it, and then your own personal thing will come out. But I think you have to draw from things around you, so you sculpt who you are. Anyway, so I get the thing. I sent them a tape of me in a bathroom with a suit on, and I'm listening to The Cure, and I'm dancing around, and I think I was mad. I was mad at tapes, because during the pandemic, we had to make so many self-tapes.
Oh, right. But isn't it easier than like going, or no?
Well, it should be, but then you sit at home and you're filming yourself. And
do you remember what scene you had to do for the self-tape?
Yeah, I had to do the first scene where Lucy and Stephen meet. I think it's the first scene he has
at the party.
Yeah, where he says, "You look really uncomfortable in that dress," and it was that scene, and I had to do it like I've probably done that scene like 50 times with
So
the
you
camera.
did that at home. Did somebody read Lucy's part for you?
I had someone on Zoom reading Lucy's part.
Oh, it's like a live audition. It's
No, so this is what I'm saying. Like,
okay.
if you can't get someone in person with you,
Right.
you have to get a Zoom and then record on your phone, and then their audio is being picked up on the Zoom, and then you're filming yourself, and then you get it, and then you have to put it on iMovie, and then you have to edit it, and then you have to send it to your agents and your whatever, and then they have to chop it down, and then they have to send it to the whatever, the producers.
But it worked. You
Yeah,
got it.
in this case, I
Did you
was
feel like it was a role you were gonna get? Like, did you have a feeling like, wait, I'm killing this. I'm killing it.
no. I was what I was going to say is that I was angry at the process of like I'm so tired of making home movies, and so I literally sent them me dancing in a bathroom because I was like, you know what, fuck this process. This is so annoying. I just want to go into an office and meet a casting director or a director or whatever. I just want to meet someone, and it's so impersonal. And so it was like a little, I don't know. It was like my cheeky response to their self tape, and I guess it worked.
Wait, but there was a part of you sent in the actual scene too, or just the dancing?
No, I also did the lines. I also played by the rules and said the lines, but I also sent them the weird stuff too. And I think Megan really liked the weird stuff.
Megan is the show
Megan
creator.
Oppenheimer's the show
Yeah.
runner, writer, leader.
Yes, yes. That is such an awesome story. So, who was cast first, you or your mom's part? And how did that happen that you were working together?
Good question. I was cast first.
Were you like, my mom should do this, she'd be really good?
No, I had no say in that. Megan texted me one day and said, "This is nuts, but what if your mom played Nora, Stephen's mom?"
Yeah.
And I laughed. I was like, "Huh, yeah," as if. And then I think I responded, and I was like, "Yeah, sure, like go for it." You know,
Like, you
hit her
don't
up.
care, like, it wouldn't bother, it
No,
wouldn't.
I honestly didn't even think about it in the moment, and maybe she doesn't even know this, but I honestly, I was like, yeah, I mean, that's probably not going to happen, but go for it. You can reach out. And then she was like, great. And then she reached out, and then my mom calls me. She's in a hair salon. She's like, "Hi, I just got a call from your show, and they were thinking about me for the thing." And I was like, "Oh my god, holy shit, it's real." And then I had to actually process that information and be like, "Okay, what the hell would that be like?" And then I kind of got more excited about it, and then it became real, and I was like, "Oh, this is actually really cool." And because my mom and I are really good friends, and she is such a. Have you seen the episode with the
Yeah,
mom?
I saw it all, babe.
Okay, you
So
saw it,
good.
and it's that is intense,
Yes.
and
She's amazing.
yeah, she's a legend. She's so good.
Was
But it
it
was
cool to act with her? Because that's like your first time probably doing that together.
yeah, it was weird. It was like creepy. Like there's a scene where I'm coming home for Christmas, and I walk in and I see her in the bed, and we had to do that like 5 times when I give her a hug, and she's like, oh, you know, she won't let me leave the embrace. And I walked outside after every take, and I was like about to have a panic attack because it felt so
Real?
visceral and real and creepy. And I was like, that is so creepy. And
Stop.
you know, it was so scary. It's like, yeah, it was weird. It was so weird. And that part was hard. It was like, these are characters. We are just being fake right now. We're just being weird, and we're doing a thing. But then after we wrapped the last day of it, we both felt so relieved and relaxed. And the episode is just so, I love that episode so much.
It's such a good episode, and she has such a strong presence in the show, even though she's not there the whole time. But like, she did so much in that episode that you just feel her in all of Stephen's scenes. You're like, okay, maybe because the mom, like she's always kind of there. Did she ever stick around on set for your other scenes?
I don't think so. I don't. No.
What do you think about people's shock to find out you're related? Have you seen that on social media? People are like, oh my God. Like, I was one of them. I didn't know.
It's cool. It's a nice little Easter egg.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's cool. I don't know. I think people should be excited. I think it's a nice thing. And
Yeah.
it's rare, and I've never done it. And it's for me, like in my family, it'll be a nice little piece of our history. It's
Right.
Cool. Yeah.
So, okay, Stephen, do
Yeah.
you relate to this dude at all? Like, is there any part of Jackson that's anything like Stephen, or could like understand where he's coming from and why he does the things that he does?
I have to say yes, because there's going to be something in his mannerisms, in the way he is, that there's going to be something that's myself in anything I'm doing. But, and I don't know if this will sound stupid, but I don't know who that guy is. I don't know. I kind of black out when I do that guy. Like I go into a zone, and I make myself smaller, and I get really still, and I talk like him, and he talks very quick and very, on the nose, and just like right here. And it's like, I don't know. It's so hard for me to relate to him, because I'm putting on a costume. I'm really putting on a guy.
Were you ever a fuckboy like him?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so on that level, you could kind of relate.
Yeah, but his is so, it's way worse.
Yeah.
That's way worse.
Right.
That's
So
like,
that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, in your perception, is Stephen just a fuckboy, or is he like a toxic narcissist, like all those things?
something's wrong. Something's wrong. Like I know, yes, he should remind people of the first thing and the first whatever, but there's something wrong with it. And if you're
Yeah.
not taking that away, and you're thinking that this is just how men are, then you should watch it again, because there's something off.
There's something really off.
And that's the character I'm playing. And there's a part of it that is very relatable. Everyone goes through this first infatuation, first sexual awakening, but there's something broken.
Wait, so in terms of the sex stuff, just technicalities, because I don't know if you remember the show Sex Life, but like we needed to know, we need to know if it was real, like all that shit.
What's sex like?
Oh, it's a sexy show, but I'll tell you about it after. But
Okay.
we love to know as the audience, we're watching it, we're believing that you're Stephen and Lucy, but we're also like pretty aware that there is a camera crew while you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
So the technicality of it, are you naked?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Well,
Stop.
No. We have a thing. Yeah. Everyone has a different apparatus
Gotcha.
to cover the bits.
Yeah.
So there's, for us, for Spencer and I, Wrigley and I, because he was the most naked probably in the show. But
He was the most, more than you?
okay, yeah, we were both. I don't know. I just feel like his ass was always out. But we had these. I think they're called whale tails, and they're like a piece of triangle fabric, and they have a little pocket inside the triangle fabric, and you put triangle over your pelvis, and then you put the business in the pouch,
pocket.
and then you have a whale tail that goes. It's this
In your ass crack. In your ass crack.
and it goes in your ass crack, and then it has a nice piece of tape on the back, and you tape it on your lower back, and you put some adhesive tape behind that, so you are literally like a Ken doll, like you have a knob.
Oh, how weird was that for you though, Jackson? Like in a room with, I don't know how many cameras and how many people, or are you really comfortable?
Oh, look, there are people who are making it so safe for you. There's a fucking intimacy coordinator who's coaching you on feeling safe and comfortable in the room, so that she's literally there to make sure nothing is sketchy.
Yeah.
And make sure everyone's feeling okay, because it's 2022. We have to have like a lot of advocacy and consent, all that shit. Because like when you hear an old actor talk about making a movie in the 80s, it just sounds like it was a fucking zoo. Like,
right.
Just people just whipping their dicks out and going into the sex scene, and just like it's just insane.
Yeah.
And now it's very controlled. And then and you have camera guys who are so professional. They look away when you're derobing. You got costume people there taking care of you, putting your robe on, putting a thing in front of you while you get into the position. You're talking to the other actor. You're like, you good? You all right? Like, is this cool? Can I touch you there? Like, can I touch your hip? Can I touch your whatever? And then you just do it, and then you stop, and then a customer runs in and covers your little butt up, and then you
feel safe.
You go to lunch. Yeah.
Okay, so I watched the finale. When I tell you
did watch the finale.
I did. I told you I watched it all.
I didn't know you got the last one.
Well, yeah, babe.
Yeah.
What do you think? I was goosebumped up like a loser, like body chills. Okay, this is going to come out the 25th. The finale is tomorrow, guys. The finale is the 26th. Buckle up. It's so fucking good. I'll ask you what a lot of people asked me.
Yeah.
Will we get closure? Some sort of closure? Will we get answers on this finale airing tomorrow?
You're going to get answers that are going to make you feel all kinds of ways. You're going to get closure. It's just going to make you feel fucking weird.
Yeah.
And then you're going to get a lot of brand new questions. That's the cool part. It's going to end, and you're going to have questions you did not even think you were going to have. And you're going to be like, holy fuck, I have questions. I don't know what to do with these questions. And then you're going to have to make a blog. And you're going to
remember the questions.
You're going to have to meet a bunch of like-minded people, and you guys are going to have to start a crazy chat room about it.
Like you are sending us to conspire.
Oh, you're going to conspire. You're going to be like, what? Where the fuck did that come from? You're going to be so sweaty.
No, you guys, everything he's saying is 100% how I felt and how you're going to feel. When I tell you people are waiting for this, like the Super Bowl, I think, like you said, we're going to have all these new questions after the finale. I feel like there's got to be a season 2.
I really hope so. I would love to do more. I want to do this guy more. I really want to keep going with this guy. I've never done that. I've never done like 2 seasons of a thing. That would be so cool.
So you're down, your game.
So down, because that's when you like really get to build it. That's when you get serious.
Because there are moments with him. I mean, he's fucked up and gross, but like he's also has moments where you're like, wait, he does love her, or like he does have feelings, and you know,
it's so confusing.
So confusing. But you know what, Jackson White, you are not Stephen. You are not Stephen at all.
Thanks for saying that. I every time I hear that, I get happy.
Yeah, you are not Stephen at all. You're a very good actor. And I am #blessed that you came on my podcast.
I feel like the first 15 minutes of this,
Yeah.
I blacked out and I have no idea what I said. And you tell
I'll
me.
tell you what we were talking about the first 20 minutes. Love Island. People are going to lose their shit that you're a fucking Love Island fan.
I love Love Island. Did I answer your Grace questions properly?
No, but I knew that would happen.
You seem disappointed, but
I mean, listen, did I think I knew what to expect, but okay.
what am I going to tell you?
I know, it's fine. I get it, babe.
You know
I get
what?
it. I think you gave enough.
You can have my mom on the podcast, and then maybe she'll tell you.
Okay.
Maybe she'll out whatever the fuck is happening.
I know. She should really be like a Caitlyn Jenner. You know Caitlyn Jenner from the Kardashians? She outs everything. Like, she spills the beans.
It's so fun.
She's always like, yeah, I have a 10th grandchild on the way. And then we're all like,
what?
Yeah. So we should have your mom. We should have your mom do that kind of thing.
You'd have so much fun talking to my mom. I feel like you guys really get along.
Stop. Oh my God, I love her. I'm such a fan. I'd be so nervous.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
But did you have fun? And the most important thing, you guys, is everybody go follow Jackson White. He's on Instagram, people. He's like a social media savant. And most importantly, I know all of you are obsessed with Tell Me Lies. It's on Hulu. The finale is fucking tomorrow. Yeah. And prepare.
Oh, hey, and guys, watch on I can't remember the term, but watch on your own accounts.
Aww.
Not watch parties, but also watch on.
Oh, like, so it gets more.
Don't watch on friends' accounts. Like, watch on, like, make your own Hulu account. You cheap fuckers. Because we need numbers and we want to make more of the show. So watch on your own thing.
Watch on your own thing, people. Support the show.
You heard?
There's gonna be a season 2. Don't you even worry about it.
I'm not worried about it.
Jackson White, you're everything and more. You're so fucking cool.
I'll come back. We'll talk more. That was so fun.
Yay. Thank you, babe.
Thank you.
It's so nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Have fun with GVP.
All right.